guest, of course, was a writer and cast member on one of my very favorite shows, SCTV. He's also appeared in numerous films such as Father of the Bride 1 and 2 and Mars Attacks. Now, currently, you can see him on Broadway in the revival of Little Me. Please welcome Martin Short.
Overwhelming abundance of love. Thanks.
I love that look of genuine surprise that there's an audience here applauding you.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I had the most frightening cab ride over. A guy said to me, Killian Schleckman, I saw the thing. He said, "What's the name of that thing you did I hated?" And to get this kind of joy and love. Because it was bad enough that I'd heard Paul Sorvino say, actor, singer, New Yorker, you know, on the tape. Right. Unbelievable. How are you?
We're in a good mood.
Hi there.
You in the Halloween spirit? Are you happy about the whole...
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Yeah. Do people... I'm just thinking... do people come to your door ever as Ed Grimley? That must happen, doesn't it?
They do. It's very strange. Little kids, you know, mostly. I did have a 53-year-old man come to... It was just the most frightening thing. At first I was frightened, and then I thought, I just went, ah. And I gave him candy and money. Because he was Kansas. Oh, yeah. How are you doing? But I think he'd had a stroke or something, so it was kind of a... And it was really kind of... Give me it was really... There was a... And yet I could see my own future in about, you know, like a reunion special 10 years from now. Oh. Like one of those later Lucy things.
No, that will not happen to you.
Never. Listen, by the way, not Lucille Ball. I'm talking about Lucy, that other. But, you know, no, listen, you can't ever say what's going to happen.
Right.
You know, there by the grace of God go any of us.
No, not me. Only good things lie in the future for me.
You're going to be here, you know, you'll end your show, your 40th show, and you'll be here with your dog.
40th show?
No, 40th year.
Oh, okay.
40th year. And you'll do a best of, and come on, Fido, we're off, and you'll go through the, you know, I mean, it's just, I mean, we all kind of.
Well, I don't know, you know, who knows?
Who cares? Who cares?
You know what you do, though, that I don't do impressions. I don't. I don't have that ability. I don't have that talent.
I don't really either. I'm a seamstress first, and then a dancer, and then, yes, I do some people.
Yeah, you do. No, but you do great characters that are clearly based on people. Have you ever done somebody, you know, a character based on a real person, and then that person found out that you were doing them and their feelings were hurt?
It's an awful, you know, because there is an element sometimes of meanness to comedy, obviously, but to really hurt someone is a bad thing because it's just for jokes. But there was a guy who named Craig Stubing, and Craig lived in the building. Well, it was a flat with 3 apartments. Mm-hmm. My wife and I were up here, and Craig lived here, and he was married. But he was the father of 2 and the mother of 3. It was that odd thing, and he was a decorator, and I literally, my head had gone. I passed the apartment, and he was screaming at someone on the phone, furious, and he said, "I had asked for a Peggy Lee White, and this is garbage." And he was just so. I thought, what a great thing, a Peggy Lee White. What is that, you know? And it's so specific. God bless him. So. I was doing Second City. This is in the 70s in Toronto. And so I did this piece of a hairdresser who was talking about gossiping. He was gossiping, and he was talking. So it was opening night. So I wrote this piece. So it was opening night, and I'm doing it on stage. And I'm talking about, you know, and I worked in Peggy Lee White, and I worked in these phrases that I'd heard him. At one point, he's talking about going to this restaurant and having ordered a Caesar salad, smoked ham sandwiches, and horse slang. And I look down, and there is Craig sitting there at a table. And I said to her, "Who do you think you are that you..." So, you know, I was really mad at him and completely lost the character. And the audience kind of, no one laughed. They didn't understand what the point was. But rather than hurt poor Craig, as I am now. No, his name is not Craig.
You changed his name.
Yeah.
See, I would have used the real name and hurt him forever.
No. His name's Craig Shubing, but I changed it because I'm, you know, of kind and heart.
Now, I understand congratulations are in order. You're a politician now. You have elected office.
Well, not like I'm the honorary mayor of Pacific Palisades in California. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
What? What responsibilities does this entail?
Oh, endless, Conan, endless. No, you're expected to be in the parade. You symbolize something. I went to but there was kind of like an inauguration, and I just found myself, every time I would talk in a Bostonian accent. I thank you for this honor. And I guess, you know, people who feel that Palisades is just the end, a small part of Los Angeles, I'd be 9 Palisades, let them come to the Palisades.
I would be inspired by that.
It's very
You're going to change things. I feel that.
I'm doing a lot of changes.
And someone tells me that you've gotten some award in Canada. You were knighted or given the...
It's not some award. I am a knight. Well, I'm a dame. No, it's the highest Canadian honor.
The highest Canadian honor.
Civilian honor. It's the Order of Canada, and I happen to be wearing it right now.
This is it right here.
Yeah, because you're supposed to. You're supposed to always wear it. And it was actually amazing because, you know, they gave it to, you know, there were about this is 1994. There were about eight of us in the group, and they'd say, the Governor General of Canada was reading it out, and he said to Ruth Heckerman, who had, you know, lived with the lepers for 37 years in Nepal, and Dr. Fling Maiden, who, you know, found the black hole in space, and to Martin Short, best known for his lovable nerd characters. You know? I slinked up, but took it.
Now, you know, it surprises me, you know, best known for doing sketches and things like that, but you never tried stand-up comedy? Did you ever want to do stand-up, or you just went out?
No, I did stand-up comedy one night.
Just once?
Yeah, it's not, did you do stand-up comedy?
No, I came from improv.
Yeah,
Andy and I both came from improv.
Yeah, I can't, it's very lonely up there and frightening, but there's a friend of mine, Carol Pope, had a group called Rough Trade, you know, Rough Trade, and it was a punk group, and she was, you know, lead singer. So she said, hey, do you want to open for us for Rough Trade? And I said, sure. You know, I don't have an act, but, you know, I have the weekend. And so I went home, and I typed up what I thought would be an act, you know, and I wanted to be kind of like, you know, the thinking man's Dick Cavett, you know, whatever, I don't know.
That's kind of like what blue collar.
Yeah, a blue collar, yeah. Suppose they were all
rough
and ready Cavett. So you know, I was going to mix up anagrams, but really mix them up. I don't know. And you know, I thought it'd be good. I didn't want laughs from the audience. I just thought if at one point they looked to each other and went, exactly. You know, it would. So and meanwhile, I was opening for a group that its costume was chaps and a jockstrap. I mean, that was it. So I wasn't quite, you know.
And they're playing hard metal.
Hard metal. And the audience was absolutely frightening. It was just, you know, people had carved Rough Trade in their arms, and people were booing and screaming, and I hadn't even left my home yet. I was still at home, and they were just, the anticipation that I would be there, they hated me. And I bounded out with kind of political stat. What's a nice country like you doing in a state like this, you know? Two people are dressed as my deceased parents up close. Everything was hostile, you know.
Right.
I remember there was this kind of odd Betty Davis woman. Get off the stage, bub! She just kept screaming it. One man was bleating, and it was awful. And I swear to God, it was all as frightening as life could be. And I'm thinking, why am I doing it? And in the middle of it, a guy threw a beer in my face. I've been on 10 minutes. And I kind of went, hey, this is a light beer. I don't have no weight problem. Good night! And I ran off.
Yay!
And
what a fine end.
Yeah. And then Carol came backstage, and she was crying, and she said, "Oh God, I'm so sorry. This is going to be so different tomorrow night." And I said, "Yes, because I'll be home watching, you know, Jack Klugman eat up the scenery in Quincy. Because I'm
going to be here.
I won't be here ever."
Now, Little Me, I understand this is doing great. It's sold out.
It is sold out. There are some tickets that, you know, I've got house seats. To any of you chicks that want to perhaps get to know me.
No, it's
wow, listen, you know. But, no, it's a hot ticket, Conan. Yeah. It's a hot ticket.
Yeah.
What night are you coming?
I'll be there just about every night. I want to see it many times.
You.
And you play like 8 characters?
I play 8 characters. Incredible. 8 characters. Just, you know, wacky. No, it's Neil Simon, it's Cy Coleman, co-starring Faith Prince. It's an amazing show.
Well, thank you very much for coming by.
Well, God bless you.
This was like a huge treat for us, whenever you come by. Little Me is, it's November 12th.
November 12th.
And it's at the Roundabout Theater right here in New York City. And Martin Short.
Thank you. Conan O'Brien.
Martin Short, everybody. Jimmy Blaylock.